now that you had mentioned about television, I would like to ask, like, there were some fans who were also asking about Sasural Genda Phool and Bhaskar Bharti. So, do you have some fond memories from that show?
I have all sorts of memories from both the shows. I did one show for 8 months, which was Bhaskar Bharti, and I did Sasural Genda Phool for 2 years. So I have all sorts of memories. But I was watching this one song. Somehow I was scrolling. I was surfing, scrolling on YouTube, and I don't know, out of the blue, a Bhaskar Bharti episode just popped up, and I happened to watch the episode, and it was a song sequence we had shot, and I just recollected that during the shooting I fainted on the sets, and I had to so everybody got scared when I was dancing at 5 in the morning. So we had extended the shift by 20 hours, and I was dancing at 5 in the morning. It was a Karwa Chauth sequence. So, so I was supposed to I was taking turns,
Yeah.
I think I took some 34, 35 turns, and I fainted. So I think that was a very funny experience, which I remember. That's one memory. And Sasural Genda Phool, we are still on touch. We're still in touch. The cast is in touch with writers Zama. I met Mitali some years ago, and Sasural Genda Phool, the issue is that I was so deeply involved in my job that I had no sense of time. I had no
Yeah.
sense of dates, months, years. I had no sense of climate. My body had lost temperature because I was confined to an AC studio. So I never, my body never reacted to extreme summer. My body never reacted to extreme winter. I was just in an AC studio for years. So I lost sense of my body lost sense of temperature. So if I have to remember what I was doing on one particular date and one particular patch of my life, I have to remove an episode and see that this is what I was involved in. So it's a very scary thing. And I remember post Sasural, I could not recognize myself without a wig, and because I got curly hair and I couldn't straighten my hair every day, so I couldn't recognize myself without a wig and a sari. So, and I actually used to teach my mother how to wear a sari, and I was like quite a snob. I was like, Mom, you don't know how to wear a sari, I'll teach you better.
Suhana was damn amazing. Like, I tried to imitate Suhana.
In what manner? I want to
In
know
what
which.
manner? I was trying to be that, Suhana was that rude one, like, bol deti hai muh pe. Those type.
Yeah, she was brutally honest. But she was very talented.
Yeah.
In my head, making Suhana lovable was a huge responsibility.
And she was good at heart. That was,
Yeah, that's what made her endearing. Otherwise,
yeah.
except for her compassion towards and empathy towards others,
Yeah.
everything about Suhana's behavior was not a very societally acceptable and a very
Yeah.
a very pleasant experience for people who are suffering her. That's exactly how the show reflected it. But that's not something I would want anybody to emulate or be. I would want everybody to be neutral and be balanced. But it's now I cannot help that because as a child I suffer the impressions of my own childhood. I suffer the impressions of the films I've watched, the books I've read, the friends I've been with, my life, my childhood journey. So everybody is we are all souls born to suffer our own karma. So eventually I just gave up, because in my head I was like, how I should not, hurt anyone. And I used to be really over baggaged with the fact that shit, I don't want to impact anyone negatively. But then later, as I aged also, and as I had more acceptance, I learned to accept the fact that we are all born to suffer our own karma, and we are all born to live our own spiritual journey. So, no amount of effort I do is going to stop someone else's progress or regress. So, at the end of the day, I had to accept the fact that I have to just suffer my own karma and not be a hindrance in anyone else's journey.
Yes. And we, like, everybody knows you have been from, you are Govinda's niece, you are Krishna Abhishek's cousin, you are yourself a like, and complete actor. So do you feel that pressure anytime, like, as an actor, like, they have done so big works, they are doing it, they're still doing some good films and all, so do you feel that pressure as an actor?
Why should I feel that pressure on them? I don't feel it for anybody. My pressure is to excel at the raw material I've received from my creative team and my director. My pressure is never outdoing someone else. I find that I find it very regressive of a thought that I'm not here to outdo anyone. I'm not here to steal anyone's limelight. I've got enough of my own. You know, I don't want to steal your limelight. In fact, I'll lend you mine. I'm that person. I'm not gonna steal your show. I'm not here to steal your show. I'm in my own lane and I'm doing my own thing. And I don't, you know, in fact, when you try to overpower, overshadow, or try to steal someone else's limelight, it makes you look like an insecure person. That's a very
Yeah.
insecure act.
Yeah.
So I'm not insecure. I've completely accepted myself. And I have completely accepted my negatives, my flaws. You know, I love my imperfections. My imperfections define me. My failures define me more than my successes and my progressiveness. And so I'm not here. I don't like it. I don't like doing that to people. In fact, if somebody doesn't, if someone is suffering something, I will happily give that person my spot. You can happily come and sit with me, and we'll shine in this together. I'm more inclusive than I'm not into subtracting people. I'm not. Unless the people leave me, it's okay. That's your life. I'm okay with it. You can come as you please, leave as you please. There's no restrictions.
Okay. And I had one question here from somebody. Okay. I cannot find that. I'll speak it. Like, they were asking now that so many shows are being rerun on television. So which of your shows you want to see on television again?
Sasural Genda Pool was running on Star Utsav recently. It just I think 2 months prior it just shut down. And Radha Ki Betiya I think is running right now in Rishte Colors America. Rishte America I think. Yeah, I think Radha Ki Betiya is running over there. Sasural Genda Pool is also running simultaneously on Hotstar. Gurgaon is running on Netflix. And Poshampa is on Z5. Now I have Ketu on Z5. So the thing is that my audience, if they want to reach out and to see my work, then they can. I'm available on every platform right now. So that is something I'm very proud of. That they can revisit all my work on the digital platform, which I think where television suffers is because you cannot revisit it. On the digital platform, you have it forever. So you just you can go there and just just rewatch, refresh.
Yes. And there was another question that now that Aarti had been into Big Boss, so do you see yourself into the Big Boss house anytime in future?
I have been receiving Big Boss opportunities for the last 6 to 7 years, and I have completely expressed myself every time I give them some sort of feedback, and I don't think I don't like that show because as a viewer, like I don't agree to the violence of emotions in that show. I think people get emotionally very disturbed in that show because it brings out there are some really testing situations put out there in that show. So I don't agree with putting my personal life on test. I don't want to prove anything to anybody. I don't want to prove how nice person. You think I'm a bad person? Okay, fine, I'm a bad person. It's more. I don't want to seek personal validation from anyone. I give a damn about it. You don't like me as a person? Suit yourself. Okay, in a very unabashed manner. I'll be very honest. You don't like my personal life? Take a hike. You're not my friend. If you don't like me as an actor, that's where it makes the difference. That's when I will take your feedback. That's when I get interested. When you don't agree to me as an artist, that is where I see growth in myself. Personal life, I'm not friends with anybody. I have my own set of friends, and I have my own set of family members who have accepted me wholeheartedly with all my imperfections. So if somebody doesn't like me on a personal level in the media, it's none of my business. My personal life, if my personal life causes anyone discomfort, is none of my business. That is something you got to deal with. I'm not I'm not being intrusive in anyone's personal life out here. So, and I would expect the same from everyone as well towards my personal life. So, and I don't like I don't make personal remarks on anyone. I'm creatively collaborative. I'm inclusive. I'm a friend's friend, but I don't make friends easily anymore because my job is emotions. You know, emotions for me are a lot of work. So for me, a new friend is a lot of work with emotions. You know, so so it's a little overbearing for me because I anyways have a lot of friends and a lot of family members. So to keep
Yeah.
up with them is a daily task. So having a new friend and a new a new group of friends is a little too much for me because all the time I'm trying to neutralize myself because it is better for me the more neutral I am. It works better for me in my profession. I can communicate effectively, and I can express myself completely, and I can articulate my feelings completely. You know, so I'm my personal life. I'm not willing to put my personal life on a public platform. I don't want my personal life to be up for scrutiny, which it anyways is. It is subconsciously out there. You know, people like to scrutinize an actor's personal life. Fine, it's their choice. I agree to your choice, but I'm not a part of it.
Yeah. So there were also some people who were asking about how are you, like we are in this lockdown situation, and then how are you taking care of your skin and hair?
Okay, so for me, skin and hair has a lot to do with my internal health. Sanskriti, I'll be very honest, the minute I get stressed, I lose hair in bunches.
Yes.
So I have lost hair in bunches. So I had to literally chop my hair off because I was a little stressed, and my parts, the acting parts also, Gurgaon and Poshampa, really took a lot from me emotionally. So
Yeah.
post the release of Gurgaon, my hair has fallen in bunches, and my hair had become so thin, the size of my little finger, like so thin, scanty. So I just had to heal myself emotionally and physically. So my process was to heal my internal health. See, genetically we are all designed to achieve a certain amount of hair and skin quality. So you
Yeah.
have to if you have thin hair, you need to trace back to your ancestral history. See, if your
Yeah.
mother has thin hair or if your father has thin hair, then I get the curly hair from my father. So, I trace back to my DNA. So we are all, our DNA is like our own, that's one thing which does not match with anybody in the whole world. We are all
Yeah.
different. We're all different. We have to embrace our individuality. So and the idea is to achieve the best of your internal health. So if I have a weak gut, then I will have bad skin. So if you're having
Yeah.
breakouts, if you're having a sort of a hormonal issue, then you will get breakouts, you'll get acne, you'll get some very scary skin issues. So the idea is to keep your hormones in balance. But if our life is so fast paced right now, you know that so many girls are suffering PCOD, girls are
Yeah.
having a very off menstrual cycle needs to be on time. And our
Yeah.
sleeping or timings are very important. You need 7 hours of sleep. You need nutrition because anyways there's so much of pollution. There's so much of stress. You
Yeah.
don't realize, but we are stressed.
Yeah.
Life itself, the societal structure was not designed to give you stress, but it was designed to bring law and order. But it is so overbearing with the kind of responsibilities, and life is so expensive that it is somehow a design for stress for us.
Yeah.
So the idea is to be calm, be neutral, and deal with things head on. So the
Yeah.
minute you're not stressed, your hair will not fall. If you have a clean stomach, you have a clean gut, your skin will be beautiful. You won't need makeup. You won't need hair products. And on top of that, my profession, I am constantly, I used to straighten my hair, and I was
Yeah.
doing more damage to myself. So and that's the need of my character, which I don't have any complaints. But as an individual, my responsibility is to heal. like tomorrow a friend can come and emotionally damage you, but you have to be
Yeah.
responsible towards yourself to heal yourself completely. So my responsibility is to heal my internal health, have good fiber, don't have packaged foods. Do not have packaged foods. Even the kind of chips we have, it's got hydrogenated oil. The quality of packaged food is anyways questionable. In fact, the quality of vegetables is questionable with the amount of pesticides we eat. So they need to be sterilized. Your food needs to be properly cooked. Even if you're having a salad, look at the timing of the salad. Your salad does not, during monsoon, you should avoid a lot of leafy vegetables because of the nature of the weather. You have to be in tandem with the country you're living with. We are not living in a European country which is sub-zero temperatures. We live in India, which is a hot country. So you have to agree with the climate of your country. You have to eat foods. If now it's summer, then have kokam. It's a coolant. If you're not getting nariyal pani, have lots of water at home since you're all suffering a lockdown. If you have a gut issue, you can have satisabol, which is psyllium husk, which will clear your gut. You can have not to have too many fruits because it's a lot of sugar. Avoid sugar. Not maybe 2 fruits in a day is enough. You could have any fruit. Even a banana has a lot of potassium and a lot of nutritional value. Just have 2 fruits. Have proper home cooked meals on timing. Just see your timings are point, and keep your gut clean.
Yes. Thank you for those tips.
Yeah, because I emotionally eat Sanskriti. My issue
Okay.
is I eat emotionally. The minute I'm stressed now and I get anxiety, I overfeed myself. And I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't have any sort of substance abuse. But my substance abuse to my body is overeating because food becomes a feel good factor. That's what we do out of anxiety. So the idea
Yeah.
is to not connect food to your happy thought. Food is not a happy thought. Food is a nutrition thought. So
Yeah.
food is not a happy thought. Happy thought is weight loss. So I have tuned my head. So that's how I'm tuning myself. Till date, I eat a chocolate and I become very happy. But chocolate has these, what do you call them? Chocolate has this thing which is addictive. So you get addicted
Yeah.
to chocolate. It becomes chocolate. So many people, so many friends of mine are addicted to chocolate
Yeah.
for feeling good. So you cannot associate food to happiness. Food is not a happy thought.
No.
Nutrition is a happy thought.
Yes.
That's it.
It was really fun chatting with you.
Likewise.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we loved your tips, and I'm definitely going to remember those.
Yes. Are you trying to lose weight?
No, right. Actually, I am okay with, like, I don't think I should. When I feel I have to do it, I'll do it. But then
Yeah,
if somebody is telling me constantly, I cannot do that.
No. Why should anybody tell you? It's none of their business.
Yeah, that is what. So I don't hear all those things. So it's okay.
Yeah, because I used to be obese as well. But I used
Yeah.
to be very unhappy because I used to get fat. I love shopping and I love clothes, right? So I wanted to fit into every garment. So that was my motivation to be fit. So the idea was to be fit and not, but be
Yeah,
happy.
until I'm fit.
Not to
Until
a,
I'm fit, I'm okay.
yeah, as far as you can walk around and you can
Yeah.
pull off a labor deed, it's all good,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So, thanks, Sanskrit. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Yeah, take care. Bye.